Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, as promised, we are going to do another episode of Bites and Nibbles with Breck today. I gotta admit, I woke up this morning and I knew I wanted to do something. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do and didn't even have a general idea of what it might be. But I decided to look into one of my Instant Pot recipe books and destiny struck. So I just opened up one of the Instant Pot recipe books I had, just to some random page in the middle, and I saw this, and I said, ooh, pepper jack mac and cheese, that sounds good. What are the ingredients? Do I need to go get anything? And the first ingredient was 2.5 cups of Elbow Macaroni. It's like, do I have any Elbow Macaroni? Yes, I do. I actually happen to have about 2.5 cups of it. Next ingredient, 1 cup of heavy cream. And I said, wow, I have 1 cup of heavy cream from the ice cream I made last time. Wonder what else I got. 2 cups of chicken stock. I got 2 cups of chicken stock. What else do I need? 1/2 cup of whole milk. Wait, I got whole milk from the ice cream too. Turns out at the end of the day, all I needed to do was get the butter and the cheeses. And I said, okay, this recipe is just saying you gotta make me. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Here are our ingredients for our pepper jack mac and cheese. Leftover whole milk from yesterday, leftover heavy whipping cream from yesterday, some chicken stock that I had in the fridge, salt, pepper, pepper jack cheese, mozzarella cheese, salt, and macaroni, elbow macaroni. And I like this recipe because it's actually really simple. So this is going to go together really quick. In fact, I didn't have breakfast this morning, so this is going to be my breakfast, and I'm ready for it. Alright, now it's time to start setting things up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put our chicken stock and our heavy whipping cream in the pot. Pour that all in there. Get that out of the way. We're going to pour in our elbow macaroni. Get it all in there, all mixed in. And we're going to pour in our salt and our pepper. And I'm going to stir it all together. And I'm kind of interested to see how this is all going to work, because I have such a large Instant Pot that I almost probably should have maybe doubled this recipe. But we'll see what happens. We're going to put the lid on, lock it into place, and we are going to go into pressure cook. We're going to set things for 7 minutes. At high pressure, and we're going to let this baby go. See you in 7 minutes. Alright, our time has elapsed and we are going to quick release. And when the little pink dot drops, we are done. Of course, you probably knew that because we've done this 100 times, haven't we? Going to open the lid. Going to kind of watch out for the steam in there because it's always a little bit intense when you first open it up. Okay, yeah, there we go. Give that one nice little stir here. Yeah, I should have doubled this recipe, definitely. Oh well, next time. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our butter, our milk. We're going to stir that around a little bit until it kind of liquefies, specifically the butter. turned on the heat a little bit just so we kind of keep it keep the heat on a little bit. Don't want it to cool off too quick. As somebody's made kind of homemade mac and cheese before, this does seem like basically the right consistency before you add the cheese. Alright, now we're going to throw in our mozzarella cheese. It actually calls for 1.5 cups, and there's 2 cups in here, so I'm going to hold a little bit of it back. But the pepper jack cheese was exactly the right amount, so that's all going in there. And now we're just going to stir it until it all mixes in. Already starting to get really melty. That's what we want. Hasn't completely melted yet, but it's definitely getting there. I'm going to keep stirring this for a few minutes and I'll catch up with you in a few. Because who wants to stare at me stirring macaroni for 5 minutes? Alright, some additional time has gone by. It's nice and cheesy, which is good. That's kind of what we want. I'm going to transfer this into a bowl and then we can put it onto a plate and try it out. Alright, it's time to give this the taste test. I gotta say from the consistency that the mac and cheese, the cheese never gets to the point where it's got kind of a creamy state. It never really gets away from the kind of stringy state. Now, it looks pretty good. And it is pretty good. Yeah, I can definitely taste the pepper jack in there. It's really good. Like I said, it's a little thicker than I'm used to mac and cheese being, but there's nothing wrong with it. And I would probably double the recipe next time. Who knows, that might give you a little bit more of a creamy texture than the stringy, but still pretty good. You can taste a little bit of the bite from the pepper jack cheese. It isn't really spicy, so if you're not really into spicy things, you know, this will probably be all right for you. And then I also have the ice cream out here, and so we pulled a little bit of that also, and let's give that its taste test. That might be a little too much on the mint. I don't know. I'm experimenting with a recipe on that. It's funny because I remember seeing a meme on Facebook a few days ago that implied that people who like mint chocolate chip ice cream really just want a toothpaste flavored ice cream. And it's like, I gotta admit, this maybe does taste a little bit like toothpaste. It isn't bad. You can definitely taste the powerful mint flavor in there. And maybe what needs to happen is maybe I need to put a little less mint in there. But the chocolate is about right. The coloring is about right. And I need to do a little bit more experimenting with this, but I think this is going to be all right. Yeah, just a little bit less of the mint. Maybe half of the mint this time. So this is going to be a work in progress. We'll have to try this again and see if we can perfect it. But it's a good start for a first attempt, and I'm happy with the results on both of these. So anyway, I'll put the recipes for both of these things in the description. Actually, the recipe for the ice cream was in the description of the last video. So I'll put the mac and cheese in this one, and I'll catch up with you again next week. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Bon appetit.